5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you set 6 of Stars vs. Con in the Pro League Playoff Stage 3. Today we have Free versus Grape. Free, of course, playing for Woongjin as the yellow Protoss here at the 1 o'clock position, and Grape is going to be the red Protoss at the 7 o'clock position on this map, Circuit Breakers. And there we see Free perhaps trying to concentrate, which is good. Free going to, again, one of the more consistent Pro League players usually, although of late he has been a bit less impressive, if you would. Free, certainly though, if he can close out this game, he will win the series for Woongjin. Woongjin is up 3-2, so Free certainly wants to win this. On the other hand, Grape certainly wants to force an ace match. He is below 50% aim versus Protoss, but he is a competent Protoss player, not the most amazing, but I think he, considering that Free has not been playing too well in recent times, I think that Grape certainly has a good chance here against Free. So they are in cross-map positions, by the way. Let's see whether, well, surely these two players, one of them will try to go something special, I would hope. Perhaps fast reavers with speed shuttle. That could be something to behold, although we never see that. Or maybe one of these players will, that girl has interesting sunglasses there. Maybe one of these, I mean, they're really stuck like those sunglasses, apparently, those Korean commentators. Anyway, it looks like these players are going to each put down their gateways. As I was saying, I feel it would be best if one of these players put on some sort of pressure build, like a 3 gateway type attack, or fast shuttle with speed and reavers, but I think it is much more likely that both players would probably play somewhat more cautiously. Free is scouting first, it looks like, whereas Grape has opted not to do that. And again, this guy with sunglasses seems to be the trend, at least in this set. The commentators are fixated on sunglasses. Cybernetics core going down there for Grape, and I'm pretty sure Free has got his building too. So both players going to mirror each other more or less, except for the fact that Grape has not scouted. That actually, I did not see a Cybernetics core out here just yet for Free. I was mistaken about that. And Free, is he going to scout and then try to put down a fast expansion? He is going to see what is going on here. He is going to see the Cybernetics core now. So I don't know. No, Free is building his Cybernetics core. It looks like maybe he was thinking about it, but ultimately deciding not to do that. It looks like this Zealon just going to chase the probe around as best it can. Again, I don't think this is going to bother these players too much. Cross-map scout here coming from the Protoss player, I mean, the red Protoss player here. They are both Protoss. Red Protoss player Grape, he probably did this based on the timing of Free's probe in his base. He figures scouting cross-map is probably the highest chance of success, and it's going to work out correctly for him. Fortunately, there is a blockade here on the ramp. This is going to turn his probe back for now. Pro probably will just sit around the natural to see what might be incoming here. And so yes, it looks like both players, and there's Coach January. The other guy must have been the Woongjin coach. Unfortunately, I do not know his name. January looking a bit concerned perhaps there. Well, as she should be, considering this guy Grape really needs to win this and force an ace game, which I think would be exciting, certainly. I don't know who each team is going to bring out. I imagine Stork versus Zero is a likely possibility, or Jangbi versus Zero, a rematch, although Jangbi has been dropping his games. So, again, I don't know. Where Stork has been winning is Stork with his attempt at BN in this series earlier, failing miserably. Well, he did bring out some more probes later on, but Stork should not be BN. Anyway, now that I've finished my ramble, my digression, if it were, as it were, there is some action in the middle of the map here. Those two Dragoons are great, picking off a probe earlier, a scouting probe. But neither player really going to be able to make too much of a headway here. Both players are upgrading range. Both players appears to have 2 gateways. So nothing, again, too exciting just yet. Actually, that's incorrect here. Free with 2 gateways. The second gateway only now building for Grape. Grape is going to see that there is no Nexus. I don't know why Grape is trying to tempt fate here with his 2 Dragoons against 4. He is wisely retreating here, and Free not quite able to do any sort of damage. Grape just wanted to see whether there was expansion or not. He has gotten his second gateway down now. Free perhaps going to push out a bit here with his units, but by the time he gets over to the other side of the map, it won't matter because Grape will have more units out. Grape is going to have Observatory out sooner. He is going to be able to scout faster. That is something. As Free is going to be slightly going to have Observatory slightly later. There will also be a robotic support bay out faster for Grape, but I don't think he'll be able to use it offensively. Free might be coming in for attack here. Let's hope Grape is paying attention. Grape is paying attention. Both players microing their Dragoons here. It looks like the Zealot for Grape has gone down. Massive Dragoon battle here. Both players microing hard with their Dragoons. It looks like Free is going to lose one of his Dragoons, and he's going to lose a second Dragoon. He might lose a third. It's going to be a disaster for Free. Free losing 3 Dragoons, and Grape has taken the battle rather convincingly. He only lost 1 Dragoon. Free not looking happy there. This Free canceling his Nexus. Okay, so Free is probably going to put down more gateways, and he's decided that he's put down a robotic support bay. He's put down his observatory. He's gone for the bay first, so he wants to get out Reavers first. I still am not quite sure why Free canceled that Nexus. Maybe he was terrified that this guy Grape is going to push in his natural, or perhaps he wants to end this with early aggression, but I haven't seen him put down another gateway yet, so I am not quite sure what Free's plan is just yet. Grape is content to defend. He has his Nexus down, so yeah, it looks like Grape has taken somewhat of an advantage in this game so far. It is not, and that observer is going to see that there is no Nexus at this point, rather. So I think Grape will be extra paranoid about defenses. The observer might, in fact, be able to sneak into the main. No, he's not going to try to do that, just looking at the mini-map. So, a nice position of the observer, by the way. It is actually, I don't think he can be targeted by Dragoons in that position. Now the observer is going to see the Nexus going up. Quite a bit later, I guess Free was just paranoid about a counterattack. That's why he cancelled his Nexus. And this is just not going to work out for Free. First of all, Grape with the better micro early on, and Free now going to be behind economically. The Dragoons he lost may come back to haunt him if the battle is particularly close. The battle that will surely be coming up between these 2 players. 2 more gateways going down for Grape. So, it does look like Grape has decided that he wants to punish Free here by building more units faster than Free can. That observer, Grape's getting sniped. I would imagine Grape, knowing what Free is doing, is going to try to put on a lot more pressure before that expansion could really start working for Free too much. I think he'll try to push out probably when he gets his shuttle. Then again, maybe he won't. Free does have the advantage of defending the bridge, which is going to be helpful from any sort of assault that Grape can launch. So Free, at this point, has gotten his Nexus up. He's sent probes over the mine. Both players will be somewhat even economically. Free has sent out another scout there in the middle. Probably a Dragoon. It seems kind of slow. I would imagine it's a probe. I would guess it is a probe. That makes the most sense. Oh no, observer, of course! What am I talking about? Of course it's an observer. At this point, both players would use observer as scout. Completely confusing myself there. That's no good. The observer going to see that the natural has been up, although Free does not quite know up for how long. Now, Grape is pushing out with his forces. He does have Shuttle out. He does have quite a few Dragoons. I don't think he'll be able to accomplish much, unfortunately. Free should have his own Shuttle out. And attacking across the bridge is very difficult. As long as Free does not horribly miss micro. And Shuttle speed is out. This is excellent. That observer there is going to be able to spot. That is quite useful. The observer is going to see this speed shuttle, the shuttle escaping at the same time. It does look like these Dragoons have gained position over the natural. They circled around, did not attack across the bridge. sort of circling around the high ground. There is no shutout out for Free. This could be absolutely disastrous for Free if he can't micro his Reavers. These two Reavers are coming in. The Korean commentators are going crazy, as am I. And one of the Reavers going down. The shutout survives, and both Reavers of Grape survives. Free losing one of his early Reavers. Where is his shutout? Surely he should be able to build a shutout by now. Both players killing each other's observers. Grape not pressing his advantage, opting to fall back after that Reaver snipe. Grape perhaps being a bit too cautious here. He's demonstrated thus far that he has a better micro. I mean, there are so many options. He can either attack the main with his Reavers, or he could press his advantage, his Reaver advantage, but he's opted to do none of those things. He's content rather to hold his position at that inside expansion there. Not sure whether this is the wisest choice. At this point, if he tries to attack the main, it's not going to accomplish anything. There are Dragoon sentries to intercept any sort of drop that might be incoming. So, Grape perhaps missing a trick there. Maybe he's going to try to attack again. There are two more Reavers out. Again, no shutout from Free. I don't know why he hasn't gotten a shutout. You need a shutout to support your Reavers. Perhaps this is actually kind of working out a little bit for Free, in the sense that Grape has not exploited his advantage. Grape absolutely timid this game, timid like a mouse or something like that. He really seems terrified of engaging in one big battle. That is not a good trait for a commander. Considering he has the advantage, I think he should have pressed it at the time, but he's opted to build up his forces. I think Free is actually going to be quite thankful for this reprieve that he's been granted. Surely he will have a shutout out soon enough. There's a Templar Archives out soon too, now too. And yes, there is a shutout out here from Free. He does not appear to have speed on his shutout. And if this shutout comes in for a drop and fails, and it looks like Grape is not going to try that wisely. So unless Grape wants to sacrifice his shutout, maybe with one Reaver for a dive bomb sort of attack, try to kill probes, that could work, but he has to be ready to sacrifice the shutout and the Reaver. Now Grape is just going to put down another expansion, and Free is going to see this. Grape seemingly content to play the economic game. Maybe he's going to try to contain Free to two bases here. Something going down there. Was it a shutout? Looks like these Dragons are going to come in and try their best to snipe the shutout. Not going to work out. Again, certainly a move that was good to take. Great, with a good move there. Maybe Free is going to attack across the bridge now. That can be difficult even with these few units, and that Dark Templar are going to be able to sneak out here. It looks like Free's unit is kind of clogged around the bridge. Now Free is attacking the north using his Reavers to maximal advantage. This is going to push Grape back. Grape needs to send his forces there, and Free has been able to clear out Grape from that inside base of his there. So that is some good work by Free. Free, if he wants to, should be able to put down an expansion at that inside mineral only. Grape, though, is on the retreat, and Free is attacking. There are Archons being morphed. I'm not sure whether I agree with morphing Archons at this point. He probably would have been better off getting 4 Storms off with those Templar, but Grape has been content to morph the Archon. Now Free is on the offensive here. Grape, maybe if he can catch Free's army before it groups up. No. Grape just going to spread his forces out. He's trying to force a good conclave sort of surround here. Massive battle coming in the middle. Neither player appears to have superior positioning, and Free pulling back. Free army getting caught a little in the retreat, not getting bunched up here. Massive attack. Reavers trying to kill Zealots here. Free seemingly has the advantage here in terms of Reaver. Those two Archons, I don't know what they're doing. They're doing their best at the front. Big battle again. Archons not too good against Reavers. That shuttle not being microed. And as you can see, the Archon's absolutely useless for Grape. Free microing his Reavers very well. These Reavers should be able to deal with the Zealots without too much of a problem. There is only one Reaver left, and that Reaver going down for Free. It looks like Free is going to be forced to retreat here. Both players more or less exchanging their armies. Free has snuck a Dark Templar in to try to kill that inside mineral only expansion, and there is no observer nearby to try to deal with it. There is a Reaver and a Zealot out. Where is the observer? That Nexus looks like is going to be saved just barely. Crowd gasping there in the background, breathlessly. Wow, I'm more breathless than the crowd. And at this point, both players have, in some sense, reset here. Free and surely Grape have both almost mined out their mains, so they are trying to get this base up. Both players going to put down the mineral only base. And this might be one of those longer PvPs. Free also opting to morph Archons instead of Storm. That's actually not such a bad move considering how many Zealots there are out. I felt that if Grape did not morph those Archons, he probably would have prevailed in the battle. It looks like Free is going to send in a commando force here of Zealots to finish off the Nexus. Good move here by Free. He is microing his Zealots, picking off the Nexus with ease. Probably didn't even have to send 5, and now he might be able to escape with these Zealots. Free with a few units in the north there trying to support them. Looks like only a few Zealots managing to escape there. And these forces of Grape going to get clogged a bit on that bridge. Not able to attack across it. Now Free is morphing yet more Archons. Again, I'm not sure whether I agree with this decision. I can sort of see why you morph a few, but you gotta have some Storms. Wow. Well, the army of Grape is Zealot heavy, so may not necessarily be a bad move. Now, Free is going to have economic advantage. He does have his Nexus set up, whereas Grape is forced to distance mine, it looks like. I don't know whether he's even put down another Nexus there yet. Grape going to try to attack. Free has 4 Archons, a good number of Dragoons, Zealots, and Reavers. I don't think this is going to work by Grape. Attack here coming in by Grape. He's trying to attack here at the south, but Free has more forces in the north, and Grape is forced to retreat. He's going to lose his Reaver there, it looks like. Absolute disaster, I have to say here. And Grape going to lose both Reavers and his Shuttle. This is bad. Free, though, inexplicably retreating there. Probably just to try to get position back to his Reaver. And Grape desperately morphing Archons here. I think he would be better off with a few Templar to Storm. Maybe not necessarily that many. Even 2 Templar with 2 good Storms can cause more damage, I feel. But that is not what Grape has opted to go for here. Both players with a decent army, but I think I feel, and I think both, that Free has the superior force on the ground here. He also has that Reaver. He would be wise to build a shuttle to support it. Both players with quite a few Archons, it looks like. Free appears to have perhaps a few more Dragoons, and Grape has some more Zealots. Grape is somewhat more Zealot heavy so far. Free is massing up his own Zealots though. Both players, I think that Nexus is up. Oh, it's building for Grape. So Grape should be fine once that Nexus is up economically. Both players trading punches here, but neither have really achieved any sort of knockout blow. So this is going to come down, I feel, probably to the next battle. I think whoever wins, as long as they can win fairly decisively, they should be able to push at the mineral-only expansion and kill that, and that'll be GG. Looks like there might be engagement here in the middle. No, Grape is going to back off. Afraid to commit for now. He's going to lose perhaps a Dragoon in retreat here. His unit's getting clogged a bit on that bridge. And Free is going to maneuver himself up onto that cliff. He might be setting up to assault this mineral-only expansion. Looks like there will be a battle incoming here. Archons on Zealots and Archons, and there are 2 Reavers critically here for Free. Free bringing out all sorts of Archon reinforcements. Those 2 Reavers will be critical. I don't think Grape has enough units to deal with this. He is outnumbered here on the ground, and he only has 1 Reaver doing his best. So many Archons out for 3. That's a lot of Archons. It looks like both players fighting as best they can, but I think Grape is going to lose. That Reaver trying to micro as best it can. There is a Dark Templar out by someone there. It looks like Grape. Grape with Dark Templar. Grape actually going to be able to hold his ground here and force Free back. Free sending all sorts of Zealot reinforcements. This game has certainly been a seesaw battle. That Dark Templar with 4 kills. Actually very impressive considering Protoss units are sturdy. Free going to put down expansion there at the 12 o'clock. So Free not able to get it done. I thought he had enough forces, but apparently not. Just looking at the mini-map there, Free and Grape there are equal, or almost equal, it looks like, in food count. I believe Free has 97 and Grape has 99. So both players are quite even. Another massive battle here in the middle of the map. Archons, lots of Archons trying to kill the Zealots of Free. So Grape's Archons are doing a good job here. There is the Reaver out here, and that Archon for Free trying to chase down the shuttle, not going to work. And Free is going to be forced to retreat for now. Back to his reinforcements here. Free rallying some more units to the front. He has another shuttle out. Hopefully there is a Reaver in there. That's going to help him. Free falling back to his mineral-only base. There is a cannon there to help him defend. Quite a few cannons there at the 12 o'clock base. Looks like Grape maybe is setting up for an attack there. He's brought a shuttle out here. He's going to spot this space. He's dropped a Reaver, and he's going to pick away perhaps at these defenses for a little bit and try to kill a cannon or two. But I don't think this is going to bother Free too much. He is bringing his army out, or a few units, to deal with this, forcing Grape back. Both players sort of afraid to push for the decisive battle there, but both players really parrying each other's blows quite well, and either side really able to achieve a breakthrough. And now Grape is putting down his own expansion at the 6 o'clock. Grape is going to be somewhat behind though in terms of his expansions, so Free is going to be somewhat ahead. And again, the food count is very equal for both players. Now Free's army appears to be quite zealot heavy. He has +2 attack upgrade finish. I do not know what Grape's upgrades are like, but I imagine he is working on them. Upgrades can be quite important here. Grape does also have +2 attack upgrade. So now, there might be now another engagement in the middle of the map here. So Grape is going to force Free back perhaps a little bit. Free content to retreat back to his Shadow and Reavers. And really, this game has been going on for quite a while. Both players, again, fairly even in the food count. They do appear fairly evenly matched here. And Grape trying to attack here. Free's going to get some of his forces a bit caught out in the open here, but having retreated to the high ground, he is going to force Grape back. Free forcing Grape back there. So both players, again, content to posture, not willing to commit to a massive battle, although there have been some fairly big battles. It does appear this is a game between very evenly balanced opponents here. Observer going down there for Grape, and this Observer getting taken out by Free. It really does appear both players are sort of one player punches, the other blocks and then counterattacks, but then the original player able to parry that. As how it appears, perhaps punching not the correct word, swords. So dueling here, but big battle here coming in the middle. Both sides fairly equal, just charging at each other. Zealots in the front, Archons in the front. Massive battle here. Reavers. It looks like Free hasn't managed to get a few more hits off of his Reavers, perhaps. But no. It looks like Free is in a bit of trouble here. He's managed to try to break through there in the northern flank, but he is in grave danger of losing his Shadow and the Reavers. One of the Reavers goes down, whereas Grape still has both of his Reavers. Free is going to lose this battle, it looks like. Free losing the battle, things not going well at all. I have to say, Samsung Khan teammates cheering for Grape. Free knows he's in trouble. He can yet save himself. Grape needs to seize the moment and attack now. Attack when Free has nothing on the ground to defend. Free is surely going to rally every single unit he has to try to deal with this. He's lost his Shadow at the front. There are 2 Reavers out here for Grape, but critically, Free does not have any Shadows to micro those Reavers with. And it looks like Grape has been forced back for now. He's content to park his units on top of that ramp there. He's going to try to snipe these Reavers, it looks like. He's going to be able to snipe one of the Reavers. If he can snipe the second one, he is going to be able to kill this Nexus. I feel he's using the Reavers to attack the Dragoons, forcing Free back, and Free is in trouble, but one of the Reavers goes down for Grape. Grape still has 1 Reaver left. And Free has some more Dragoons here to deal with. Both players fighting hard here. The Reaver going down there for Free, and Free does not appear to have enough units to deal with this. There are 2 Archons, a Dragoon, and a Reaver, a heavily damaged Reaver out here. But Zealots coming, going to be able to drive Grape back. Grape does not seem to have reinforcements to deal with this. An absolutely close battle here. Neither player able to gain an advantage. And Free forcing Grape back there. And Grape not looking too happy. He thought he perhaps had it at that point. Not able to break through though. Very, very close game, I have to say. Drop coming here from Grape. He has taken advantage of the fact that he has a Shadow and a Reaver. Only picking off a single probe, not the best drop. I'm sure he wanted to do a bit more. Free forced to be forced back into his Free forced into a defensive posture for now. Not too much he can do about that. He needs his Reaver and Shadow out again. That or he needs to focus on Storm and Templar. Templar Storm very good at dealing with Reavers. 1 Storm with that Shadow. And that's not good at all. Shadow can't really pick up the Reavers if it doesn't have much HP left. Anyway, maybe that Shadow went back to pick up a second Reaver. Free content to mass up forces. Here it looks like patrolling them outside of his bases. Grape might be setting up for another attack here in the middle. He's rallying some units there, just patrolling them back and forth for now. Maybe he was checking for an expansion. neither player really able to put down an expansion for the other, and this is one of the longer PvPs of the say in recent memory. Perhaps Grape wants to set up an expansion there at the 5 o'clock. I don't know whether that's a probe or not. Grape sniping another observer there. Free has positioned all sorts of units to defend. I think he should be able to do so if Grape decides to attack down that narrow ramp, and Grape going to pull back for now. Grape with an Archon perhaps trapped there. No, it shouldn't be. It's just Grape perhaps not realizing there was an Archon there. And that Shadow not getting sniped. Very close there. Very close, I have to say. The Shadow, fortunately, is going to be, fortunately for Grape, has escaped. Grape looks like he's going to be ready to put down another expansion, perhaps at the inside mineral-only base there at 5 o'clock. And both players have more or less reset their forces. Grape is slightly ahead in food count. Well, not slightly, he is about 20 food, almost 30 food ahead. That is quite a significant advantage. But it looks like a battle here on the ramp. Free getting some of his army caught here, divided. Now he's setting the rest of his army to fight. Fighting hard here. There is a Reaver out here for Free, but no Shadow critically. There are 2 Reavers out for Grape. Grape is doing all sorts of damage at the front. Grape has so many more Dragoons, it appears, than Free. And perhaps Grape is finally going to win this. Grape is going to snipe that Reaver, and this is going to be very bad for Free. He does not have the units to deal with this. Grape is going to win the game, I feel, at this point. Grape is rallying more reinforcements. GG coming from Free. Nicely done by Grape. Some very close battles, very tense action, but this means we will go on to the ace match.